Have you been to a place that seems straight out of a dream? A place far from the human settlement with mesmerizing landscapes that captivate your soul. Just one glance and it leaves you with a lasting memory. Hey brother. Let me take you to one such place, the heavenly part of Nagaland, the one and only Dzukou Valley. Good morning guys, welcome back to my channel. I've just checked out from my lodge. It's early in the morning right now, I guess it's 6:30. My journey started from Kohima where I had stayed a night before. From Kohima you can reserve a cab to go to Voseno, but that will be heavy on the pocket. So it's best if we get a cab till BOC for 100 to 150 bucks and from BOC a shared cab to Voseno. You have to start early as the cab will leave only when all the seats are filled up, and that can take quite some time. From BOC to Voseno, the shared fare is only 90 rupees compared to 900 rupees if you book a cab from BOC. There are two entry points to Dzukou Valley from Nagaland. One is through Zakhama and the other is through Voseno. The Voseno trail is the popular one as the trail is relatively easy compared to Zakhama trail. You can choose to enter the valley through Voseno and take the Zakhama route on your return. This is the Voseno village, this is the entrance to the village. This is the main road and that is the way to Dzuku. And this is the lodge, so it's all nearby. I kept my heavy backpack at a lodge called Dzuku restaurant in Voseno, where I booked a room for the next day on my return from the trek. Your good name?
Vibreto.
You are from Angami tribe, right brother?
Yeah.
From Voseno, the first 8 kilometers is motorable, but the condition of the road is very bad. You can trek this 8 kilometers if you want and save yourself some money. I decided to hire a vehicle for 1500 rupees as I didn't want to further sprain my already hurt leg. On the way you'll find a rest house where you need to register and pay a nominal entry fee.
Hello.
Hi. Sorry? I met you somewhere?
Yeah, Kisama.
Ankit.
Yeah.
Ankit Party, Ankit Party.
Totally forgot.
Reaching there, you'll have to go a little bit up and then you'll find the steps.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Brother, nice to meet you. I will start again. So guys, this is the starting point of the trek. I've heard it's a steep uphill now. I hope my leg doesn't give me a problem. Okay, thank you. Two roads from here. Don't take this way, just go straight. So better ask people. Sometimes people might be local but they might not have the complete information. So ask people. Thank you. From here on, it's long and tiring climb into the jungle along the steep and narrow steps. For unseasoned trekkers, the trail is not easy but not difficult either. You just need to mind your steps and climb one step at a time. The route to Dzukou Valley is pretty straightforward and intuitive. There is very less chance of getting lost or confused. However, not all bifurcations have signs, and I did hear that people have lost ways on taking several wrong directions. But it's a popular trekking destination, so you'll meet trekkers on the way who can guide you in case of doubts. I often took rest stops and stopped to soak in the beauty of the greenery all around. When will these steps end? It is 11:11 right now. I still have a lot to climb, I don't know if I'm halfway. So let's go. Let's get this thing done. After almost an hour-long continuous climb uphill, you will reach a flat place and a small shelter. This is where a steep section ends and a moderately easy trail starts. Just a side note, this is also the place where you'll get your last mobile network coverage. Hello? A quick rest here and next you'll be entering the valley. So guys, the trail is so cool. Oh brother, hi. As soon as you exit the junction and enter toward the valley, you'll be greeted by the pristine landscape that at first glance seems out of the world. And the view keeps getting better and better as you approach your final point. At one point, you'll find two ways, one going down and the other straight. There are two huge stones connected with a small gap, In order to navigate to the other side, you need to go down and climb up because the other path is a dead end after a certain point. This is the only place I was confused. Rest of the trail was pretty obvious.
I can't begin to tell you how beautiful this trail is. I'm spellbound because this is first for me, this kind of landscape, and I am so glad I came, in spite of my leg problem.
Bordering the Indian states of Nagaland and Manipur, Dzukou Valley is at a distance of 30 kilometers from Kohima and at an altitude of 2,452 meters. It is located behind the second highest peak of Nagaland called the Zapu Peak. The path leading up to the valley is a pleasant walk through the dwarf bamboo plants. This valley is rich in flora and fauna. Of all the flowers that bloom here during the monsoons, Dzuku lily is the most famous one. That can be seen in full blossom during the first weeks of July. This beauty can be found only in Dzukou Valley and nowhere else. No doubt it's called the Valley of Flowers of the Northeast. Though the entire valley is mostly treeless, you do see outlines of dead trees devastated by wildfires. The black branches on the mist-covered slopes are a visual treat while trekking through the valley. By this time, it was almost 2.5 hours of hike. With the cool breeze of the valley and a pleasant walk through the shunted bamboo plants, and all my tiredness had vanished.
This is such a beautiful place, man. Just walk. And enjoy the view.
Make sure you have proper trekking shoes to maintain grip, because the initial part of the trek is treacherous and a continuous climb through narrow steps and rocks. The best time to witness the greenery and the flower blossoms of Dzukou Valley is from July to September. However, it rains heavy during these months and you might encounter leeches on the trekking route. It often snows here during peak winter months. Anytime is best time to visit Dzuku though, as the landscape is surreal throughout the year. Like me, a large number of travelers visit Dzuku in December during the Hornbill festival.
And I'm actually from Kerala.
Oh, alright.
This is where the Zakhama and the Viswama trail meet. Most people generally take the Zakhama route while returning from the valley. As you can make out, Zakhama trail involves less walk in the valley compared to Viswama trail and more steep climb through the woods.
Guys, I'm almost at the end of this trek. Those houses up there, that is the base camp. 3.5 hours of trek is what I did. A little more than that. Made it to the base camp.
A paved stone path will lead you to a cluster of small buildings. This is the base camp. At the base camp, you can stay in one of the dormitories or a VIP room. You can rent a tent or pitch your own tent. Having your own tent is the best option because it's cheaper and there are great places to camp and no fear of wild animals. Since I did not have a tent, I decided to rent a single person tent from the staff for 1,000 rupees. With it came 3 blankets, which was just enough for me to pass the night, because it gets extremely cold and windy at night. Please note that the amenities provided here are bare essentials, so it's better you bring your own required items. Immediately after arriving, you'll notice that there are benches just next to the guest house, from where you can get a visual treat of the never-ending rolling hills of the valley. You can witness the beauty close up by descending from the guest house and ascending further up the hillocks, from where you get the complete view of the mesmerizing Dzuku. There is a helipad nearby which I've heard it's rarely used. From here you turn around any direction and you get a sweeping vista of the magnificent valley. I spend the evening meeting new travelers from different parts of the country. Majority of the people come here in groups and with a guide. I hiked a little further down the valley with fellow travelers. There was a cross that was visible in the distant hill, which I decided to visit the next morning. Many small river streams with clean water pass through the valley, small enough to cross without any difficulty. There are many cave-like rocks in the valley, a decent place to set up a tent underneath and enjoy the view from the top. I was in awe of the incredible landscape of this place. Spent some time relaxing with new friends and taking in the beauty of the valley. As it was getting dark, I decided to come back tomorrow morning for the sunrise and explore the valley, taking my own time.
It's 5:19 a.m. right now, and I am on the way to kind of, capture the sunrise maybe.
It was pitch dark and the only sounds I could hear were my footsteps and the gentle rustle of the shunted bamboo plants. Couldn't catch the sunrise as the sky was enveloped with thick clouds, but I did manage to see the colorful rays of the sun breaking the dawn. It was just magical. This place is an absolute treat for all trekking enthusiasts and campers who love waking up to breathtaking panoramic views. From the distance it looks like the valley is a green velvety carpet, but once you get closer to it you'll realize that is in fact a beautiful canopy of bamboo bushes, some tall enough that you might have to squeeze yourself in while passing through them.
You don't go, brother?
My group is leaving at 6 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
I spent my evening yesterday around the bonfire talking to new people. If you are lucky, you might be able to see the clear starry night and a cloudless sky. I wasn't so lucky though. At the rest house, you can buy yourself a plain veg dinner. There are provisions to cook food by renting essentials from the staffs. It is important that you bring your power banks and torch lights, as there is no electricity at the base camp. Also carry enough warm clothes cause temperature can go really low at night.
There's a stream down there. I'm gonna go there and freshen up. Yeah, there is a small stream.
Dzukou Valley trek is truly an incredible experience, and I can't be grateful enough for having witnessed the grandeur of nature in the valley. Within the reaches of the valley, I felt an innate sense of belonging, and my relationship with nature just grew stronger. You can hike for almost 40 minutes from the rest house to reach across. It is one of the to-do things while you're in the Dzukou Valley.
Almost there.
Finally, after an hour of tiring hike from the base camp, I made it to the cross.
This is one point from the Dzukou Valley. This is cross. You can come here.
From here, the view overlooking the valley is out of the world. The dome-shaped rolling hills of the valley are breathtakingly beautiful. You can keep staring at them and never get bored. The lush greenery and the mystic mountains is an absolute delight for the mind and soul. It is incredible that such landscapes exist far away and untouched by the human settlement. But to my dismay, there were a lot of litters and plastic bottles thrown around. It's sad that some people come to enjoy such pristine landscapes and in turn leave the trash behind. There were litters and plastic waste scattered all around the spot. My humble request to everyone: take your trash with you and don't dump it anywhere and everywhere you go. Wouldn't you want the coming generations to enjoy such amazing places as you did?
Bye bye. Bye bye, Dzukou Valley. So it's a long walk.
Though the trek is leveled as moderate, I would suggest you to plan ahead and know a little bit about the place and trail beforehand. I definitely recommend this trek to all the nature lovers.
Brother, there's a way from there, okay? You just come so that I will know.
Okay.
This way. Hey, brother. Can't see.
I hope this video was informative and serves as a guide on how you can do this trek solo or in a group and without a guide. So don't hesitate to like, comment and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my content. Until next time, bye bye and take care.